Graphics just crossed a line. Nvidia's new tech is generating game visuals so real, Jensen Huang called it the GPT moment for graphics. Microsoft dropped an image model that's already ranked top 3 in the world. OpenAI shipped 2 new models built to run faster and cheaper than anything before. 3D objects are now jumping into fully generated video worlds. AI is rebuilding real environments into explorable 3D scenes. And a new video model can generate up to an hour of footage without falling apart. Then there's the audio side, voices that clone accents across languages, and a tool that makes sound feel like it's physically inside a room. And we close this week where we always do, with the robots. One just walked out of a Disney movie, the other is playing tennis. You're watching What's Next AI. Nvidia unveiled DLSS 5 at GTC, the company's most significant breakthrough in computer graphics. It introduces a real-time neural rendering model that infuses pixels with photoreal lighting and materials, bridging the gap between rendering and reality, delivering Hollywood VFX quality inside a live game frame. Look at Resident Evil Requiem, skin, hair, fabric, lighting all transformed. Then Hogwarts Legacy, Starfield, EA Sports FC, the before and after is scary good across all of them. Jensen Huang called it the GPT moment for graphics. Major studios including Bethesda, Capcom, Ubisoft, and more are already on board. Expect it in your favorite games this fall. Microsoft just dropped its most powerful image model, MAI Image 2, and it's already ranked number 3 in the world on the Arena.ai leaderboard. Just type a prompt, and you get hyper-photorealistic images with natural light, accurate skin tones, and lived-in environments. Text generation is seriously impressive too. Posters, infographics, signs, all rendering cleanly. Let's try its free online playground and test how good it handles in-image text generation. I give it this complex cafe event poster prompt with full menu, prices, text zones, stamp badges, etc. The result is pretty cool. It nails all the information text correctly and delivers the hand-drawn coffee vibe nicely, though this playground is only available in the US right now, with more regions coming soon. GPT 5.4 Mini and Nano are OpenAI's newest models built for speed, scale, and lower cost. Here's what's clever about this. In a system like OpenClaw, you let GPT 5.4 handle the planning. Then Mini or Nano run as subagents, doing the heavy lifting at a fraction of the price with faster speed. GPT 5.4 Mini is 2 times faster, handles coding, multimodal tasks, and computer use, and it's closing the gap on full GPT 5.4 across SWE Bench and OS World benchmarks. While GPT 5.4 Nano is the lightest and cheapest option, great for classification, data extraction, and simple tasks. Both are already live across ChatGPT, the API, and Codex. 3Dream Booth turns a few photos of any real object into a fully 3D, identity-consistent video. Feed it just 4 reference images of a plushie, and watch this. It drops that exact same toy into completely different worlds. A claw machine in a neon arcade, Marilyn Monroe kissing it in a Hollywood dressing room. What separates this from others? It actually understands the object in 3D, so the geometry and textures hold up as the camera moves around it. No guessing, no warping. They are in the process of cleaning up the code for public release. Stay tuned. WorldCam from Adobe Research is an AI gameplay model that generates first-person shooter video while following keyboard and mouse inputs like a real player. First, it nails precise action control. Forward and backward movement, strafes, and rapid camera spins all line up with the inputs, while the gun and HUD stay locked in place. Next, long horizon inference lets it keep generating smooth gameplay clips without the view collapsing or drifting off course. Then 3D consistency kicks in. When the player loops back to the same doorway or street, the scene still matches instead of randomly changing. And side-by-side comparisons show WorldCam keeping the map layout far more stable than other models. Code and dataset will be released in late March. Most 3D worlds built from video diffusion models are blurry with floating artifacts. World Reconstruction fixes that and turns them into consistent 3D worlds with high-quality rendering. It uses iterative frame-to-model ICP to fix inconsistency by repeatedly warping each new frame onto the current 3D model until all surfaces share one aligned point cloud in a single world space. When compared with other methods, world reconstruction keeps every scene and object stable and consistent in every brand new viewpoint. The code is already available on GitHub. Kimodo is an Nvidia motion AI that turns simple text and constraints into natural 3D human movement for games, film, and robots. Text-to-motion generation lets a character move just by describing the action in words, from walking to dancing and stunts. Full-body constraints lock in key poses at certain frames so the whole body hits those positions cleanly. End effector constraints pin hands and feet, so grabs, steps, and touches stay planted instead of sliding around. Route constraints guide the character along drawn paths, keeping steps grounded while following straight or curved routes. There's an online demo to play with. Here, a person walks forward and smoothly bends down to pick something up from the ground. Then the arm and hand constraints are adjusted so the reach snaps neatly to the object. These motions can be transferred onto real humanoid robots with very little extra tweaking. Besides the live demo, the code and tools are available on GitHub now. SparkVSR is an interactive video super-resolution model that turns blurry clips into sharp, detailed footage. First, you see a low-res nature shot. Then the same scene pops into crisp leaves, rocks, and water ripples once SparkVSR kicks in. Next, an old movie clip goes from noisy and washed out to clean, stable, and watchable again. Then an AI-generated city fly-through suddenly gains readable signs, smooth edges, and far fewer flickering artifacts frame to frame. In a side-by-side comparison, SparkVSR's version keeps textures, edges, and background details more defined than other upscalers on the same input. The installation code is already up on GitHub if you want to try it. VoxStream 2 is an open-source TTS model that lets users control how fast a voice speaks, even mid-sentence, while running about 4 times faster than real-time. Here's an example with a slow-to-fast input voice.
The God Anna or something. Look, I took the wrong bus once, and it dropped me 2 stops late, so I walked the rest of the way, and I found a small cafe that had decent tea.
And the result also moves smoothly from slow to fast. Now it flips from fast to slow.
You know, because then they go back to the classroom. Why aren't we doing this? And the teachers are like, oh, crap, I better sign up for Maker Monday.
So my cat stared at the door like it heard something outside. So I opened the window and it just sniffed the air, then walked away.
And the result speaking rhythm closely tracks the original pace. It also does translingual voice cloning. Start from a Hindi voice.
हाथ से बने प्रोडक्ट एंटीक रूप में परिभाषित किए जा सकते हैं, हालांकि वे बड़े पैमाने पर बनाए जाने वाले सामानों के मुकाबले कम पुराने होते हैं.
Where prompt text masking enables textless audio prompting, removing the need for prompt transcription.
And the result speaks English while keeping that Hindi accent. Now let's try the online Hugging Face demo. First, upload a voice.
Anywhere. Unfortunately, there was not much of a debrief. We were all there and
type a line, hit submit.
Long been argued that conversational agents must be able to generate speech incrementally. It has long been argued that conversational agents must be able to generate speech incrementally.
And the result matches the original speaking rate. Next, upload a French voice and get...
La police a déclaré qu'il semblerait que le corps se trouvait là depuis un jour environ. Prompt text masking enables textless audio prompting, removing the need for prompt transcription.
English speech back with a clear French accent. All the code is already on GitHub for local installation. Make sure you put your headphones on. FLAC does something no other audio tool does. It takes the same source audio and makes it sound completely different depending on the environment. Here's the same clip, different rooms. Hear that shift.
You're just the sweetest person I know, and I'm so happy to call you my friend. You're just the sweetest person I know, and I'm so happy to call you my friend. You're just the sweetest person I know, and I'm so happy to call you my friend. You're just the sweetest person I know, and I'm so happy to call you my friend.
It also synthesizes audio at different positions inside a room, like the sound is actually moving around you. Now let's hear how it holds up in a real-world scene.
Okay, oh, I like it. Okay, I like a variety of music right now. It's Christmas music until Christmas is over. It's like the day after Christmas, that's it, no more Christmas music. I like pop. I'm starting to like Taylor Swift a lot more. I don't know if it's because of maybe her situation with Kelsey, but I find myself listening to her more. But every time you turn on the radio, there's a 75% chance it's going to be Taylor Swift if it's not Christmas music right now.
The result is genuinely impressive, and this opens up huge potential for spatial audio production. Installation code is available on GitHub if you want to try it locally. GlyphPrinter is an image generator built specifically to create images with complex Asian text and symbols, letter by letter. Look at these examples. It can perfectly create complex Chinese words. Then it handles multilingual text with a mix of Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Thai, and English, all correctly, and even works for symbols and emojis. In the side-by-side comparison, its outputs keep the characters accurate and correct, while other models often generate the wrong words. The full code is up on GitHub now. MemRoPE is an open-source AI video model that can create surprisingly long videos, up to an hour, without the scene falling apart. Here, one prompt becomes a long loop of lively scenes and moving characters, and the style and camera motion stay consistent the whole time. In the extended comparisons, other methods slowly get mushy or off-prompt, while MemRoPE keeps clean shapes, lighting, and character identity all the way through. It does this by letting the model remember what came before with evolving memory tokens, so every new frame still knows the past. Its full code is already up on GitHub for local installation. Evo 2 is a breakthrough genome foundation model trained on 9 trillion base pairs spanning bacteria, viruses, plants, and humans in a single system. With a 1 million token context window, it captures long-range genomic structure, predicts mutation effects, and even designs realistic new DNA sequences. Because the model and its massive training dataset are fully open on GitHub, it could supercharge cross-species genomics, therapeutics, and synthetic biology. This week, robots are blending into our world, and they're having way more fun than us. Olaf has officially stepped out of the screen and into Disney parks, and he just stole the show at Nvidia GTC. Disney Imagineering used Nvidia's simulation and reinforcement learning to train a custom robot body to perfectly match Olaf's animated gait and gestures. The result is a freely walking, puppeteered Olaf now greeting guests in World of Frozen at Disneyland Paris. Latent turns humanoid robots into surprisingly decent tennis buddies, trained from messy human motion clips instead of pro-match data. On court, the bot reads the ball's trajectory, hustles into position with reactive footwork, and swings back convincing topspins and slices. Watching it rally against real humans feels less like a lab demo and more like a sci-fi sports highlight. That's it for this week in AI. All the links are below. Let me know which one caught your eye. This is WhatsNextAI. See you in the next one.